Right, guys, welcome. Good evening to Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Evening edition and a Champions League night. Obviously, after Champions League, we are going to come back and bring you the analysis. But then this is purely Chelsea content for Chelsea fans who are a little bit gloomy because, of course, Chelsea in some them quite mad. Fifi, are you sure that Chelsea never far? Enzo Maresca doesn't have issues. Are the owners good enough? And all of those stuff. Now everybody's keep on asking. Of course, we need to keep on doing that job. We need to bring you the analysis. We need to bring you updates. Our catch us over here. This is the consistent updates. Our Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. If you guys say when subscribe to the channel, and I'm sure go back, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notification. And make sure say anytime their content ever drop, you will have or you're first to have it here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. You're very, very imperative. Pass over subscribe to the channel. What any notification na BBB I come on. I'm out. I mean, me sure say by now people have heard the news. Chelsea phone, the sporting directors, the owners, they have been clear with journalists in the UK said they don't have any plans to sack Enzo Maresca. Into Michelle said we analyst or a football fan, nasa wo pay Chelsea asema, nasa wo Chelsea ni, nasa wo di Chelsea won come. One of the things that you need to understand then is the difference between Maresca and Pochettino, even in terms of contract alone, and it's Chelsea for Enzo Maresca 5 years contract because Omujidi and they want to go the full. Their plan is not to sack anybody. I know for a fact that Chelsea will not sack Enzo Maresca. I know for a fact that they will keep on going on with him and then wait till he is successful at our Chelsea Football Club. But in all honesty, I don't think that there's anything wrong. Like BB Giri BNC with Chelsea, to be very honest. I mean, yes, results in and around December has plummeted. When I speak to a lot of you guys, you tell me, so okay, Fifi, not yeah, Bobo, but now all of a sudden the results aren't coming. I agree. And I can understand that the results aren't coming. But I think that people also ought to understand that maybe we got too carried away by the fact that the team was winning. To be very honest, I didn't expect that Chelsea would go bam, 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 bam to the end of the season. I didn't expect that. I expected that there was going to be a point in time like this that Chelsea best struggle. Now, it's down to the tactical acumen of Enzo Maresca. It's down to how he can manage the situation. For me, I think that with how gloomy the club was, even after sacking Mauricio Pochettino, with say fair free baby and Graham Potter, the club has gone through a really tough period, to be very honest. And getting Enzo Maresca to come in, Nani push our press conferences, name some kind of tactics, getting wins. I mean, developing the players now. For me, I think that he has been very good, honestly speaking, regardless of the recent results now. And I always look at the Brighton and Hove Albion match and look at it in two things. Yes, so as a Chelsea FA Cup in Menyeshia, it is maybe a defeatist mentality because Chelsea haven't won a domestic league cup in 7 years. Again, Chelsea in your club will call about 3-4 years at 100 trophy. 100 trophy every other season, Chelsea get trophy. In terms of Chelsea in team this year. So it's important that Chelsea have to win something this season. And I think that the key one that they have to win is, for me, is the Conference League, where it has to be non-negotiable. Say Chelsea intermediate. Chelsea have to win the Conference League. And I say every time, in Conference League, especially as a cup, as the only viable trophy for Chelsea to win. The last time we shared Palladino, Fiorentina playing against Inter Milan. Strong side, strong Italian side. And it looks as if Chelsea, so as far as the final, there's a possibility that they will meet Fiorentina. Now, if you are meeting Fiorentina, you need to make sure that you do everything possible to beat them. It's not going to be easy. But Chelsea would have to win something this season to at least give the club a sense of winning. Still, our conversation. But I keep on saying this, that in the game against Brighton and Hove Albion, it is clear, say the hands of Enzo Maresca was a little bit tired. And again, so who shared the starting line at Chelsea match? That's when people get to appreciate the importance of Nicholas Jackson in the Chelsea team. So, that's a chance that people complain a lot. But when he's out as well, the team becomes really toothless. And There isn't any chance creation. There isn't any quality style of playing the game. Like, nothing really happens to Chelsea Football Club when these things happen. And a really, really much, like a hugely much of a big deal when Nicolas Jackson is in there. I'm expecting it on Friday. So Nicolas Jackson is returning for the team. That's what I'm back against Brighton and Hove Albion. That should be a game where Chelsea should be able to navigate and negotiate the win. It shouldn't be a match. Chelsea into shit when they are playing against Brighton and Hove Albion on Friday. I think it's on Friday. Chelsea should be able to go back to Hove Albion and then get the result for the weekend. What means for the weekend now, it means that it sets them on the tone, sets them on path for something huge. Winning against West Ham United, so it's been Kokosha against Brighton and Hove Albion. I think that Nicolas Jackson gives Chelsea a different dimension with respect to what to expect from Brighton and Hove Albion for them, what Brighton and Hove Albion for we expect from them. Enzo Maresca Sansekai say Reece James is fit and is going to be able to play in some match that Chelsea are going to play against him, your friend of Brighton and Hove Albion. So obviously, it's a team that can go on and then go and get a job done. I mean, it's a team that can go on, that can go and get a job done away at Brighton and Hove Albion. It's not going to be an easy match, but then it can go on like that. And I think that this summer, near Baby COVID, it's a bold league. So I said Chelsea. Last season, Chelsea did better than the 8th position almost finished 2 seasons ago. This season, they've done better. This season already, they are beating the metrics now. I can understand. And then, so for English Premier League now, it is keenly contested. And the last time, I was in a little bit of a conversation with some of my colleagues at Accra. And I remember we spoke extensively about English Premier League table. And then Chelsea that 4th with 43 points. But it's still not enough because Man City at a 5th with 41 points. Newcastle at 6th with 41 points. Bournemouth at a 7th with 40 points. But it's the run of games are ever for Chelsea. I say Chelsea 8 initiate. Chelsea ever bought against and then on Friday against Brighton and Hove Albion. Chelsea will play against Aston Villa. I mean, it's a very difficult Aston Villa side to beat when you are going away to go and play at Villa Park. The game at Chelsea against Brighton and Hove Albion is also away at the Bank of America Stadium. When you go and play at Villa Park, it's the same. Look at Chelsea versus Southampton. Tough game. Southampton are struggling, are battling for their lives. In recent times, they are beginning to play over. It's a game where Chelsea cannot afford to drop points in them. Then they'll go away to go and play Everton and Leicester City game. Then from there, there are 2 tough games, London derbies, Chelsea, Arsenal, the Emirates, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, or Stamford Bridge. Then Chelsea go away to the GTEC Community Stadium to go and play Brentford. The matches are coming in thick and fast. And Chelsea finding themselves, they are to playing well. Uti Enzo Maresca the last time, I see 14 solid matches for the season to end. And all of those matches are finals where Chelsea have to go in and then go and get the results in them and make sure everything is going well for them. Now, so also beat Manchester City or that Chelsea actually. Man City about Real Madrid and then in English Premier League over the weekend, about Newcastle United, about Newcastle, about Manchester, about Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu, about Madrid or Santiago Bernabeu New Year, about Manchester, about Liverpool, no about Tottenham Hotspur, we are not about Plymouth, we are not about Nottingham Forest, no about Brighton. So it's not also easy for Manchester City, and I think that they have even tougher fixtures than Chelsea. And Chelsea would have to make sure they get a result in there. It's same for Newcastle United because Newcastle social in officially now only Champions League. So about Man City, or about Nottingham Forest, or about Liverpool. And if you look at these 3 matches, Nottingham Forest said that Chelsea show, Liverpool that Chelsea show, Newcastle a little bit behind Chelsea. So it means that Chelsea really have to find ways to negotiate these matches because the top 4 are having tough games to go in and play. Nottingham Forest and Forest will play Exeter United in the FA Cup. Fulham away. Newcastle, Arsenal, Man City, Ipswich, Man United. Forget about Ipswich and Man United. But the next 4 matches are about Fulham, Newcastle, Arsenal, Man City. These are really tough games compared to Chelsea. So everybody knows that the next 4 games that are coming up for Chelsea, they are games that they are non-negotiable. You just cannot afford to drop points over there. And so Enzo Maresca started dropping points or Sam Maxim there. Then it sets the tone for what everybody has been saying. Say, okay, just maybe Enzo Maresca is not a guy. But I mean, there have been huge improvements. And then I was looking at football on TNT Sports for conversation, and the data they put out said Caicedo has made more tackles and interceptions combined than any other midfielder or English Premier League this season. Completed more passes into the final third than any other player. Third most duels won in English Premier League. And I think that this season, it is no coincidence that Caicedo has been one of the most important players. And so, maybe at Chelsea. For me, I say that the most important thing is to finish fourth, qualify for the Champions League, because in terms of finances, in terms of monetary rights, in terms of players that will come in the summer, all of these things are very, very important for Chelsea. Then you project it into the future with respect to say players about Chelsea in the summer, André Santos, Kendrick Paez, Tavares Willian. These are all very, very quality players that can come in and come and play. And they elevate the squad. I can understand that as it stands now, it looks gloomy because of the last few matches. But you look at it away from just the last few matches and look at it on the horizon, you can understand that there are good signs in there. And for me, it hinges on Enzo Maresca to start getting results against Brighton and Hove Albion, start getting results subsequently against Aston Villa, to get results against Southampton, get results against Leicester. When you're 12 points out of 12 in this 4 matches, you have cemented your place in going in for the top 4 and then qualifying for the next season of the Champions League. If Enzo Maresca doesn't get that, then there's a real problem. There's a fire on the mountain, because Man City team negotiates any games now. The next couple of games ever for them are good matches that they can manage and negotiate and get results in there, which is really, really important. And they need to go in and get the results from here. And now it's easy because Benema, almost there is no suggestion. Chelsea's hierarchy are disappointed in what they have seen so far with Enzo Maresca. They seem to like him, and it's good that they want to keep him and see how things go on in there. Chelsea isn't looking for a quick fix. They are building for the long haul, according to them. Instead of splashing cash on big-name veterans, they are focusing on young talent that they can develop. Their goal: create a squad that stays competitive for years without having to rebuild every couple of seasons over there for themselves. And they think that Almutinias step way right, everything is going to go well for them. And we are hearing say Enzo Maresca doesn't have any issue at all with Chelsea Football Club. Things are going on well. The players stay training. They are preparing to make sure so they get the results in there. On subsequent matches now. So there's no suggestion that the hierarchy are worried about Enzo Maresca. They think that he's on the right track in there. Of course, Nicolas Jackson, really, really important player for Chelsea Football Club, and Chelsea Football will need him to return quickly. Send a better bit about some matches for Chelsea Football Club here. Really, really important match over there for Tima, your friend, Chelsea Football Club on Friday, when the kids starts on matches next summer and gets results in there. And then from there, and you're really interested stuff. I said Chelsea 18 million results now, if you want to, because Chelsea said they need to get a job done with respect to matches now. And in America now, I'm training photos now dropping Jadon Sancho, Malo Gusto, Felix Jorgensen, Joshua Champon, Tyreek George, all of these boys, Matis Amigo, Enzo Fernandez, Levi Cole, Kenan Drisbiol, Cole Palmer, Pedro Neto, all of the boys now are returning to full training. And then they seems to be doing over there. It looks as he said that's exactly what they want. Chelsea players now are returning to full training over there. In an interview with Chelsea Football Club social media team, what happened? And he said Frank Lampard, according to Noni Madueke, said Frank Lampard told me to control the details, talking about what Frank Lampard did for him. Last time I was saying it over here, said it's João Felix that wanted to leave Chelsea. In fact, João Felix can't say me Milan. João Felix said, I'll join Milan on loan, but there's a chance to stay beyond this season. I'll be happy. There's a top European club and I'm already in love with everything else. Kaká was my idol. Inter were also keen, but as for me, it's impossible, as I always wanted Milan over there. And some Chelsea fans in can say, nah, Enzo Maresca and palm on out of the club. Maresca just didn't want to play him. I roll my eyes because essentially you can tell clearly say João Felix wanted to go. You can bet your life that Milan will be asking for another loan in the summer, of course. Milan for Romanisca. They will tell Chelsea so almost also for another loan to keep him over there. Top 5 and 21 midfielders with the highest possession won and lost per 90. André Santos 3.23, Mario Martin 2.97, Hugo Larsson 2.47, Leslie Ugochukwu 2.38 is very, very important players over there. Zlatan spoke about João Felix as well. Say we look for a player between the midfield and attack for blocked matches. against close teams. And here, he can make many difference. He's a player of magic, and this is something you either have or you don't. His quality speaks for itself, and we are satisfied. We must now put him in a position to do the best that he can over there. And that's exactly for Abrantia, your friend, Felix, and what's the team, being asked of him, our team, your friend AC Milan over there, really, really important player. I think that at some point in time, Chelsea do miss Abrantia friend Mihailo Mudryk. But then again, the hinges are there. Chelsea have to get back and make sure that everything will go on differently all on them. I'll see people miss Mihailo Mudryk and miss the different option on the wing, especially the shooting technique and how good he is on the ball. Really good player. Chelsea were in Portugal on Friday to continue their checks on striker targets. FC Porto's Samu Agahoua and Sporting Lisbon's Conrad Harder are players that they have been looking at over there. Really, really important over there. They want to look at them in terms of the quality of play and how good they can get them into their team. Chelsea went to Lisbon to go and have the conversation around it about the new possible striker that can come in and then get the job done over there. It's really, really important. In terms of attackers and the kind of players that they need over there. Of course, in terms of the quality that they come in with. Like I say, the next 4 games for Chelsea: Brighton, Villa, Southampton, and Leicester City are really manageable and negotiable games. I say Chelsea hitting their results over there. It's a game where they need to make sure that their results. Once they get a result, they are going to go through and get some successful stuff in terms of how they want to do their things now. It's really important so they get things right for Chelsea Football Club in terms of Manchester Caicedo on the board. Guys, I'm looking for an interview at Chelsea Forum. I think it was Romeo Lavia who spoke to the Chelsea social media team, and it was really interesting with respect to what Romeo Lavia said. New training kits, and obviously coming in my Chelsea Forum. There was an interview that has been done with respect to, of course, the best shooter in the English Premier League, obviously, Abrantia, your friend Kopama. Arsenal for legend Ian Wright tells Man United to sign Chelsea target Liam Delap. Go and get Delap. The thing is, he has got that hunger and disrespect for everybody, and it just feels like the kind of player they need. They need a hero. That's like a hero waiting to happen in Hungary. That's exactly what they need over there, talking about him. Of course, Dean Ashton, obviously, Lavia makes a big difference when he's in that midfield. He gives a lot more freedom for Palmer, for Enzo Fernandez, and for the forward players. And he plays in midfield with Caicedo. I think he's actually a key player, and they have missed him, obviously. I said that about Chelsea missing Abrantia, their friend Romeo Lavia. Lavia was a really, really important player for Chelsea, but injuries early the season. Of course, guys, this is where we draw the curtain on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Chelsea updates and after the Champions League. We'll come back with you in terms of the analysis. I want to say, until then, do stick and stay. Bye bye.